lounging, son.
Welcome back to the Comic Lounge. My name's Ryan, and today I'm going to be talking about a book that came to my attention when Penguin Random House reached out to me about covering this particular book. Every once in a while, I'll get an email from their press department asking, if I'm interested in covering a book that they are producing. And, I had not heard of this book before, but, after investigating, I saw that it was a wildly popular webcomic, and I immediately was like, yes, I definitely want to cover this book. And it just had a really cool idea. It's just, it's a look at a married couple and just their day-to-day stuff and the humor behind it. And it's a husband and wife team, obviously, Yehuda Devir and Maya Devir, and they really have something special here, man. It's really, really cool. It's not necessarily like, I wouldn't even call it like this isn't a graphic novel. This is just a collection of a year's worth of the content that they put out. I believe this also was collected previously in smaller volumes, but this is the whole collection as of the date it was published. And I just thought, instead of just writing a review of this or on social media, why not do a little video, let you guys kind of see what it's about and show you some of my favorite things that I saw in here and how much I can relate. And I'm sure anybody in a relationship can relate to a lot of things that they talk about, certain events. So, let's get into this, man. Artwork is absolutely phenomenal in this book, full of humor. The way they capture the emotions in the face, he does a really good job, and Maya kind of brings it home. Get a little bit of an intro here, which I would say, if you're not as familiar with this is a cool little caption, because it's coming straight from their mouths, talking about how this was meant to be just a personal blog of Yehuda, and how Maya wanted to, because she's an art director, she couldn't resist overseeing some of this stuff, and she joined the team, and really what they get is, it's absolute magic. Starts off, this is them moving to Tel Aviv in Israel, and I love the way they capture each thing. Like, obviously he's carrying all the boxes and she's just, bossing him and telling him, directing him where to go. Another one that I found really funny is it's called Screw You IKEA, and the frustration at putting the furniture together that you would get at IKEA. I mean, dude, I can't even describe how many times I've had to put together furniture out of a box, and the fighting or the frustration that ensues, from doing that. This one kind of cracked me up too. Called Winter is Here, and how, what it's insinuating is that she's not shaving as much during the winter. I think it's really funny, like, that they don't, while some of these could be perceived as like embarrassing, they have no problem really showing a look into their life, and even the embarrassing moments. Him thinking how he's going to shave like a Latin lover. This is another one that I can relate to. It's cold. There's one blanket on the couch, and of course the wife is going to snap that up. And I like how he's depicting how cold he is, kind of like Iceman. Trying to take a selfie, the wife jumps in front. Just so much humor and so much the wifeinator and how she's going after the roach. Punisher shirt on, really funny. Valentine's Day, I can relate. My wife always, I always make sure to remember to do something for Valentine's Day, and she tends to forget. And this is her right there, embarrassed because she can't remember what day it is, and he's all dressed nice. She thinks it's just a regular old Tuesday. I like this, after they saw the movie Logan, expecting all the action, and instead they got the tears. I can relate. That movie was a heart wrencher at the end for sure. This is called Women Knows Best. How when the wife said, you got to bring her flowers, presents, balloons, and for the man, all you got to do is flash them. Oh my God, yes. At night, when the wife can't sleep, and how because she can't sleep, she's got to make sure you're not going to sleep as well. This too, man. he's asking what the hell she made, and all it was is a bowl of cereal, and the mess that happened in the kitchen. I mean, just this is just full of so much small, quiet moments in a relationship with your significant other, real snapshots into their life, and I think that's why it's so popular with people is because these moments are so relatable. They don't and they add even more humor into it, and the way they depict it is really funny too. And her, they're gonna be late, and she's like, "Oh, I just need to put my shoes on." She's not even close to being done. My wife does that to me all the time. Oh my God, bad hair day. Oh my God, yes, mosquitoes. Oh, I'm constantly getting pissed off when she's out of the garden or outside, and she's always getting attacked by mosquitoes. Love this, how they signify they started their Patreon. And mess, wife. Yes, I totally get it. The proposal, I like this too, how she feels so empowered when she gets proposed to. Oh my God, and this one made me laugh so hard. Because, I mean, just to get peace and quiet in my house, sometimes I just lock myself in the bathroom, sit on my phone, and she's like telling me why are you still in there? It's been forever. And like, this is exactly like a snapshot into my own life. So I just really enjoy these things. And knowing that, like, just because you may think it's only you as a couple are dealing with it, it's couples all over the world, man. Karaoke. Me and the lady always, when we're on road trips, we rock out in the car too. I mean, I could keep going. Like I'll just kind of like look through, let you guys see some of the pages in here. And eventually, like they show when they got 1 million followers. I mean, they have a huge following. And as you can see, like you get the black and white before, I'm assuming it's before Maya puts her touch on it, and she adds all the color and stuff like that. But it's just, it's such a unique project, and it's something that I'm really glad got brought to my attention. And that's like one of the cool things about, having the channel, having the website is, that sometimes I learn about stuff simply because like the press departments will reach out to me, or publicity departments will reach out to me, and I get to discover new things. And this is probably it might be my favorite thing that I discovered through a publicity department reaching out to me, because I don't know that I would have noticed this or I would have seen this anywhere else. I've never seen this in the comic book shop, even the volumes before. And I fell in love with this, man. I think this is such a awesome the hair in the drain, yeah, the joys of living with a woman. Constant hair in the drain, hair everywhere on the floor when you're trying to sweep, and the carpet, it's everywhere, dude. But yeah, like I said, definitely a good one for couples. And even if you're not married yet, and you're still just dating, like this is anybody can relate to this that's in a relationship. I think it's just so accurate, so hilarious. Taking sometimes mundane activities, mundane moments in life, and really adding a joy and humor to them through their art. Looking at the mirror, gaining weight. Yep, that's right. Dad bod, mom bod, all that stuff. And then trying to lose weight by adding a bunch of vegetables into the fridge. But if you notice, there's a little jar of Nutella in there. Can't live without that. This eventually takes us to when they get pregnant and they have their first child. And again, like I loved seeing that. I remember when my daughter was first born and how happy we both were, but how much it really changed our life. And as of the time of this recording, like I believe they already had their second child, or I think she's pregnant with their second child. I'm not sure, but just like, the joy of knowing you're going to be a parent, making sure that the wife, stays out, not lifting anything heavy, that she's staying okay. Oh yes, the says say hello to her little friends, and she's screaming, "What are those?" And he tells her you should name them. I mean, that's the great thing about being in a relationship too, the banter that comes between you, and like just poking fun at each other, the cravings when they're pregnant. That's another thing that I think that they really that I enjoy too, is not just the relationship stuff before the kid, but really the time at pregnancy and how that dynamic changes when your wife is pregnant, and then when you're about to have that baby and the baby's born, and the whole slew of things that happen once that baby's born, and how much you don't even realize how much your life's going to change, but it does. No sleep, that's true. Oh my god, I remember. Yep, the first shot. Yeah, this is such an awesome book, and I'm so glad that this thing exists. Highly recommend this to anybody, especially people in a relationship, but even if you're single, like this is just it's a funny book, full of humor, full of love. I can't say enough good things about this. Yehuda Maya Devir, thank you so much for creating this snapshot into your life and inviting all of us as viewers, readers, being able to see, like the married life, the parenting life, and I just really appreciate it, man. This is just such a fun project. And Penguin Random House, shout out to you and the PR department for reaching out and gifting me with this copy so that I could go through it. I can't wait for the next one, and I recommend all of you guys follow them on social media as well. I'll throw the links down below, and if you're not already following us, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at The Comic Lounge. Throw your comments or suggestions down below, or email us thecomicloungepod@gmail.com. Like, follow, and subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you're notified every time a new video goes up. And on that note, I'm out.